Happy New Year to you all. Welcome to 2026. It's like I was already here, but anyways, I hope you guys have a nice year. Hope you guys work hard 2026. We're locking in. This is our year. Anyway, guys, I'm here. I know I took a 2 months break. Yeah, so I was just popping up the channel. But from now moving forward, it's straight videos. Every week, 2 videos. Every week, 2 videos. Anyway, guys, I made a video about this last year, literally a couple of months ago. Who thought that today would be here? Maduro arrested. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But anyway, let's hear what. Let's listen.
Operation Absolute Resolve. Now let's take you inside the US military operation that captured Nicolas Maduro. The mission was called Operation Absolute Resolve.
One thing I like about America is they give their missions dope names. They give all their mission dope names. Like the one they did in Iran where they blew the nuclear sites. I think it was called Operation Night Hammer, Dark Hammer, something like that.
It began with months of planning. American intelligence tracked every movement of President Maduro, his routine, his security, and the structure of the safe house where he lived. They even placed sources close to him. Then, in the early hours of Saturday morning, the US forces struck. Venezuelan capital Caracas went dark.
But you guys, I'm not feeling well. And why is it lagging? Anyway, this is one thing about America, yeah. If they say they want to come for you, my guy, your time is up. They will do everything. I really wonder why weren't America able to capture Fidel Castro or kill him? The Cubans are crazy, but this is the funny thing. I heard it was the Cubans who were protecting Maduro. And I had the US wipe them and kill them. I wonder how they were killed, because the Cubans were denying. The Cubans said they didn't have anything to do with Maduro's regime. And then yesterday they came out saying that the Cuban bodyguards were killed in cold blood. Man, but Delta Force is crazy. I can imagine if Delta Force is coming for you, bro. It's probably 6 shots. They confirm kills. Delta Force, if they're coming for you right now, let's say you have 30 people around the house and Delta Force comes here, one person takes 10 shots with a silencer. Bah, break down the door. You understand? See, I'm a big fan of Call of Duty. I played all the Call of Duties and I played the campaign. So I know it's I feel like I've been on Delta Squad because of how much I played COD anyway.
Helicopters swept in and troops moved fast. And in just about 150 minutes, President Maduro was captured. He was then flown out of Venezuela and eventually put on a plane to the United States.
115 minutes. Stop playing with America, man. I've always told people, no military in the world can match America. No military in the world can match America. See, the GDP of Russia as a whole country is like the GDP of Texas alone. Listen, today if America wants to say fuck everybody, they can go and arrest Xi Jinping and Putin. Straight up, their military has that capability. They ask, why is the dollar so stable? What backs the dollar? You know, currencies have things that back them. Others are backed by gold reserves, like France. Yeah, they don't have gold. But America, the dollar is backed by the American military. Nobody wants to fuck with the American military. And if you do, you find out like Maduro. They'll wake you up at 2 a.m. Pete Hegseth, I think he's the Secretary of War. I don't know what they call it now. He said the only thing Maduro's wife said was, I think I hear an airplane outside. That's the only thing she said before she was in handcuffs.
lost. And in just about 150 minutes, President Maduro was captured. He was then flown out of Venezuela and eventually put on a plane to the United States. Here is how Operation Absolute Resolve unfolded step by step.
It began in silence. No sirens, no warnings, just darkness over Caracas. For months, the United States had been watching Nicolas Maduro, every routine and movement, even where he slept. US intelligence placed a small, covert team inside Venezuela. One of their sources operated close to Maduro himself. The team tracked patterns and waited for the moment. By early December, the plan was ready. It had a name: Operation Absolute Resolve. Elite US troops built a full-scale replica of Maduro's safe house, steel doors, reinforced walls. They rehearsed every entry point again and again, practiced in darkness, timed every second, and memorized every corner. Then came the...
How will they lose? Man, this lag is crazy. I hope it's really not affecting the video. But it's like, how will they lose? How will they lose when they literally build a whole house? They build your house. I can even say these guys probably knew Maduro's house more than him, because they inch out every corner and they practice and rehearse again and again and again and again. It's just beautiful to see, man. Honestly, it's beautiful to see, man.
Every entry point again and again, practiced in darkness, timed every second, and memorized every corner. Then came the wait. 4 days before the launch, the order was nearly given, but the weather did not cooperate. Cloud cover was too thick, so they waited. On Friday night, at 10:46 p.m. Eastern Time, the order finally came. President Donald Trump gave the green light. The clock started ticking. Within minutes, more than 150 aircraft were in motion. Fighter jets, bombers, surveillance planes. They launched from 20 bases across the Western Hemisphere and finally converged over Venezuela. At around 2 a.m. local time, Caracas went dark. US officials say air defenses were hit first. Power was cut across parts of the capital. Then came the explosions. Targets included ports, air bases, and military complexes.
Hey, guy, can you imagine how scary it is to be a world leader, especially a president? And this, you always have it in the back of your mind that things can always go south. That's crazy, man. And then knowing someone like Maduro probably knows, there's no way he's never going to become a free man again. That's what I think, honestly. I feel like they have too much evidence on him. He's probably gonna get a life sentence. If not, he'll get like 40 years. Then after serving that time, he'll be taken to another country to serve more time. After that, he'll be taken to another country to serve more time until he dies. That's normally how it goes once you fall into the hands of these guys.
Fire lit up the night sky. People woke to the sound of thunder, but there were no storms. As strikes continued, helicopters moved in low, very low. At 2:01 a.m., the helicopters reached Maduro's compound. U.S. Delta Force troops went in, heavily armed, prepared to cut through steel if needed. They moved fast, room to room, corridor to corridor. Then they came under fire. One helicopter was even hit. Still, it managed to stay airborne. Inside the compound, Maduro was already moving. He tried to reach a reinforced safe room, a steel door, built to withstand an attack precisely like this one. But he did not make it. U.S. officials say Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, surrendered. No prolonged standoff, and no escape. Just a man with his hands raised. Within minutes, they were extracted to the waiting helicopters. By 4:29 a.m., the helicopters were over open water, Caracas fading behind them, and the mission complete. Maduro was flown to the USS Iwo Jima. It is a warship that was waiting in the international waters off the course of Venezuela. Images later showed him handcuffed.
And the Nike Tech, YN shit. Imagine seeing your president like that. I beg, please, Mr. Trump, come and pick up this our own here. Oh. Come pick this our guy. Oh. Guy, imagine seeing your president. Let me ask a question. Please let me know in the comment section. Do you think he wore this Nike Tech or the government put it on him, like the Americans put it on him? What do you guys think?
Blindfolded and wearing gray sweatpants.
This must be very scary.
From there, he was taken to Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. He was then transferred to a US-bound plane. That plane headed for New York. Today, Nicolas Maduro is in US custody.
Ooh. Can you imagine how his kids feel? Can you imagine how his children feel seeing this? Oh man. But this is the thing. Probably hurt many more people. But damn.
He is being held at a federal detention center in New York, and he faces charges including narco-terror.
Man, how many times did they change his clothes, man? This the wife, this him. Man, sad story. Why don't you just do good by your people? Just do good by your people. Just do good by your people. Is that too much to ask? See, even if the US came for him out of, not really trafficking and all that stuff, it's like, if you are doing things well, why would the US come to you? And I mostly feel like, but anyway, I don't really want to talk about politics like that. This is just, a YouTube video, but anyway.
And drug trafficking. The operation to capture him
and they kept him and his wife together.
Lasted just 150 minutes. But it was months in the making. Months of surveillance inside Venezuela, of planning every detail, and of waiting for the perfect moment. It has now changed Venezuela's future and America's role in the region.
Mad. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.